on in. Welcome, welcome. You're with Amira. This is Psychic Readings Live. How are you all today? Welcome in. Jump on in, do a like on arrival. Do a shout out where you're from if you're new. New subscribers get a free yes or no question. So pose the question with a yes or no type of answer and I'll get onto your readings. Also, super chats are open for those who'd like to do a super chat. The link is, well, the button is down below, and also we will have a pinned link for those who'd like to donate in a different way. All right, let's have a look. Hi, Amy, how are you? Oh, hi, Cicely, how are you? Welcome, welcome. How's it going? I'm going to do a collective read to start. I'm going to do a 6 oracle spread. It's a new spread I'm going to be doing for you today. Exciting, exciting. The Soul Reinvention Cross. So we're going to do 6 cards. What do we need to know right now? Soul Reinvention. The Soul Reinvention. Soul Reinvention. What do we need to know right now? Soul Reinvention. Soul Reinvention. Let's see, let's see, let's see. How is everyone? Do a shout out. Ciao, ciao. Get on in here, everyone. Get on in. Soul Reinvention. Spread. Okay. Soul message. Number 1. Soul message. The old self and what I'm releasing. The new archetype emerging. Interesting. Aligned action. Oh, sorry, that was number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Interesting. Don't like the devil down the bottom, but let's go for it. Okay, soul message. What is my soul asking me to become now? What is my soul asking me to become now? International, worldly, expanding your horizons, reaching out to different corners of the globe on an energetic level, on a spiritual level. Also finishing off a cycle, closing a chapter, finishing off a cycle. So your soul message could be that your soul is asking you to finish off a chapter or a cycle. What am I releasing? What is the old self releasing? That's number 2. Okay, you're releasing all of this karmic, toxic past love, karmic relationships, toxic, you know, soul family members, friendships, people who were just sitting there doing nothing is what I'm getting with this, and not adding value to your life, not cooperating, not aligning with you in some way. So the old soul is releasing, the old self is releasing things that you've built up emotionally that are worth releasing. And we do have some eclipses coming up, so I do feel there's an eclipse here that might really help you eclipse out that old energy. Number 3 here, the new archetype emerging. Who am I stepping into right now? Well, you're stepping into receiving a lot of epiphanies, having a lot of awakenings, judgments, awarenesses, popping off. You might be shouting to the rooftops. You might be broadcasting a very important message. I'm also getting like this flag here, almost looks like the Swiss flag. It could be that you're being neutral, or there could be connections with Switzerland as well, but you might be being neutral, deciding to take the higher road, the middle path, being neutral in some way, what you're stepping into. But I feel like it's a new you coming out of the pink clouds. It's a new you. You could also have an audience as well, and new people around you, a new audience, new people, a new gathering is what I'm seeing here. 4, sacred gifts awakening. What gifts or wisdom are being reactivated? Okay, well, you have a star quality that is being activated. If it's not already activated, it's reactivating. So star qualities, blessings, luck, fortune and magic, I feel, is being reactivated. So stepping into a new zone, stepping into your own power, feeling at ease with yourself, feeling like your nervous system is regulated, feeling like you're just in the right place at the right time or the wrong time, it doesn't matter, but you feel like you're in the right place is what I'm getting. And some of you might be literally becoming more well-known, more famous, more accredited, more received by this audience that's coming there. Number 5, aligned action. What step must I take to embody this new self? Definitely move forward. Could be something to do with a car, a vehicle, a transition, action. Definitely action. Moving forward with action, energy, determination, and got quite a few major arcanas here. I mean, they're all major arcanas except for the 8 of Cups. Interesting stuff. Could be something that you really see emerging in July this year, but that is what I'm seeing. It could be also you've got to switch your car up, do something with your car, fix your car. That can also be part of your alignment. You might need transport to get you from A to B, or need to actually move from A to B. Okay, the Chariot's taking off. You've also got protection there with the Chariot. Then we've got the Devil, divine support. What unseen force or guide is walking with you? You've got the Devil. Okay. There could be a controlling patriarchy that is still lingering around you. Patriarchy, matriarchy, whatever it might be. An unseen force. Could be codependency, could be addictions that you don't know about, but you could be addicted to something that is very simple that you may not have any clue about. Could be screen time, could be food, could be love addiction, an sex addiction, could be anything of that nature. Could be addicted to yourself. It could be some sort of a self-addiction. You might be feeling like you're addicted to somebody in your life or chained to someone in your life that is holding you back. So that's the unseen force or guide who is walking with you, is this unseen thing. It could also be a powerful force, a dark energy that kind of transforms into light energy. The Devil is not always as bad as it looks. So it could be a dark energy that is transforming into light energy. I'm going to clarify that. Number 6, what unseen force or guide is walking with me for the collective? Okay. Your knowledge in the workforce, in the career, in your business, the sun shining on you. Some of you might need more sun around you, literally. You got the sun there behind. Sunny days moving forward. Knowing how to get things done is your unseen force. Knowing how to get things done, knowing how to move forward, knowing how to break away from the pack. And I feel like it's about action. So the Chariot's giving you the action. The 6 of Rods is telling you to overcome the Devil energy and not be so tied to these current circumstances, and just walk your talk, just move. Move in the sun, move forward. Some of you will literally be moving towards the sun or in a sunnier place. So that's nice. It's a nice one for the collective. Nice reading to start off with. Okay, what do we have with our lovely subscribers? Hi subscribers, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Let's have a look. Hi Venusian, how are you, my dear? Hi Michi, how are you? Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to pin the comment from Venusian because she is moderating of how to get things done here on the channel and what to do, how to do it and where to do it. If somebody's sitting in the sidelines, wants to ask a question, go ahead and do that. You might get a message through somebody else's reading as well, because we're a collective audience. We work with a collective energy. I channel messages from spirit, passed over relatives, remote viewing, finding objects, people, places and things that might have been missing. And I did hear a message from one of my subscribers on Facebook who said she is one of our regulars. She said her husband died yesterday, so I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry. I'd like to hear more about how, when, where and why these things are going on. There's a lot of weird energy right now with, it's not weird so much, but there's a lot of planets in Aquarius. So if you have anything opposing Aquarius, squaring Aquarius planets, then you might need to like look at, you know, what's going on. Where is Aquarius affecting your birth chart? Yeah, maybe do a message and I can give you some sort of insight into that. Where is Aquarius in your birth chart? Oh, there's an upheaval in the US right now. Oh God. I also wanted to ask you, where or if do you want to get affordable dentistry done? Is it in your hometown? Is it in a foreign country? I know a lot of you go to Mexico from the States, but would you go to Thailand, Turkey, or somewhere else? Vietnam? We'll keep it local. And for those in Australia, you can comment on that. All right, let's have a look, or if you're anywhere else that you might be. I was trying to kind of like see who was interested in going to Thailand, Phuket for a medical tourism tour specifically for dentistry in March. I might push it out to April. I'm not sure, but April starts to get a wee bit hot. So let's see how we go. Can I get a love reading and anything else that comes up? Hi, Glenife. You've gone to Mexico. Yeah, Mexico's good. Mexico's good too. For those of you close to Mexico, and Venusian, you're very close to Mexico. Yes. Turkey is great for everything. Yeah, as well. Can I get a love reading and anything else that comes up for Glenife? Okay, Glenife. Love reading for you. Let's see what's going on. What's going on with the upheavals, Venusian? I'll try to get the person's name for her husband passing. You know, some people pass suddenly, you don't expect, and other people you kind of know they're going to pass. So I was kind of wondering what was going on there. Oh, it's Nikki Hernandez. Nikki, yeah, sorry to hear that, Nikki. Yep, condolences from the group, from Venusian. Okay. All right. ICE raids causing deaths and protests, 4 journalists being arrested. Oh my God. Yeah, in certain cities, isn't it? Was it in Minneapolis or somewhere like that? So he died in prison. Ah, that was it. Okay. Sorry to hear that. What was it? Suicide or a violence or something? Or some sort of a medical issue? I don't know. I'm kind of getting like it was forced. Yeah. Can I get a love reading and anything else that comes up for Glenefer? Let's have a look. Oh, he was in hospital. Oh, thanks for reminding me, Venusian. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. One of my girlfriends just had a tumour removed from her uterus in Cyprus. She's doing okay though, it's benign, so that's good. But it was quite an emergency surgery. She had to have a hysterectomy and everything. Love reading for Glenefer. Thanks for reminding me, Venusian. I get mixed up sometimes with the names and the details. Love reading. What's coming up for love? I'm getting a P initial, like a Paul. Pablo, Paul, Pietro, Peter. P, first, second, or last name. You've got more options coming in, which are looking much better. Yeah, more options coming in. You've got a good memory, Venusian. Yeah, I remember it now. It was a few readings back, wasn't it? God. No, I get it mixed up with other people's stories because I've got people who've got husbands in prison and rehab and all sorts of places. Okay. All right. Glenefer, you've got some great cards here. You've got more action with friends. You might be attracting more friends in around your life. You've got sort of like groups, networking, feeling of friendships, feeling of acquaintances, more people. Maybe expand your horizons into something that you enjoy doing, like you're gardening or starting up a gardening group or something, or, you know, starting up a group with like a community garden or something. That could be along your lines there. You could have a blonde female coming in around you. I don't think you're blonde. I think you're brunette unless you dye your hair. I feel like somebody's coming in by chance and destiny. It's not like you can plan it. I also see unexpected money coming into your life. So that could be through your mother, through inheritance, it could be also through some pay rise promotion. You've got a true gem twin flame energy here, which is looking very effortless. It's looking very destined to be, especially with the destiny card. You're also vamping up your look or revamping. It could be a spring kind of, yeah, you're brunette. I thought you were brunette, yeah, because you're Latina brunette. So some Latinas dye their hair blonde or red, but you're brunette. So what is the blonde female about? Something in the Midwest, somebody who's around where you are. They're definitely in and around your area, Colorado. Young man. Somebody sporty at the gym even. Sporty at the gym through networking friends. You've got to expand your network. That, you know, your networking, your friends, acquaintances, groups. You can't do the same thing and expect the same results. You've really got to kind of do something different to get out of your regular people that you're seeing in your face all the time. I'm seeing a postman, so I don't know if he's worked as a postman or something like that in the postal service. or you're going to receive a letter about something important. I would really, you know, Denver's a very vibrant city. I would look into, you know, groups that you're interested in going to. I mean, there's a lot of different things. There's a lot of different ways of meeting men. A lot of men play backgammon or chess or sports, or some are into gardening or agriculture or animals, or, you know, or they're involved in community groups like Rotary Group, Lions. So maybe get more, you know, get involved in one thing. Have a look at one thing that is interesting to you. It could be a community organized free group or something like that. You know, a lot of councils, or what do you call it? Counties have communities that do things. You know, volunteering. You know, could be anything like that, but just maybe volunteer 4 hours of your time to do like a community garden, or be involved in something like that, you know. It's about getting out of your comfort zone. I still see rodeos around you as well. Yep. So you have to meet this twin flame halfway. He's not going to come walking into your door unless he's a postman. Unless he's a postman. You never know your luck. Can happen. You never know your luck. It doesn't show that the person's at work, so doesn't look like it's at work. Yeah. Thanks for the cash app, Venusian. Can you give me the tea on my friend Steve and what he feels about our friendship? Scorpio 44 plus. Okay. Steve. Is he the DJ, Steve, or somebody else? I feel like he admires you from a distance. He kind of like might have had a crush on you at one point, but then he realized you were kind of out of his league, and he may not have had the capacity or the willingness to pursue something with you. He sees you very attractive. He sees you very easygoing. He does see you good for networking and friendships and connecting. He might have question marks about your family, or feel like you're sole family members. He might feel to you like he's a brother, you know. And I feel like he's very focused on his career. Like he might not feel like he's made it enough in his career to have, you know, like a girlfriend or a wife on a permanent basis. A lot of these guys are just very, very work focused. I feel like he likes your communication. He likes the banter. You know, he likes your presence. But I feel like friendship-wise, he could actually be a good lead for something friendship-wise. He could be a good contact just to have for whatever reason. Yeah, for anything that he's organizing, anything that he's doing, anything that he knows about, that type of thing. I think he knows a lot of people. Just going to have a short break, everyone. Just do a quick tea and I will be back. Okay. Has everyone checked out their Chinese horoscope for 2026? All the signs are up now on all platforms, so you should be able to see those. Oh, he was heavily sedated. Okay. That was Nikki's husband. Mm-hmm. All right. Might be a bit of a slow one today. Let's see if we've got any more super chats. Anyone waiting in the wings? Any newbies? New subscribers get a free yes or no question. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell. Otherwise, we'll have to do a last call. And I'll be back. The last one we had was a very momentous one. Mm-hmm. Meditate and contemplate. Hi, meditate and contemplate. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. I might do a poll about the meditate and contemplate season collective. What season are we talking about? All right. I just did a little poll on the posts, the post page. Oh, flower power, great. Whereabouts are you? Are you still in North or South Carolina? Season collective. Let's have a look. Season. Is that for the collective or for you? South Carolina. Okay. Looking at winter into spring. Do you want it about the situation in America, or do you want it about something personal? Both. Okay. Season collective. Let's have a look. Okay, thank you so much, Flower Power. Appreciate that. Collective energy. what to expect in the next 3 months. Yeah, there's a lot of radical shifts with this Aquarius energy. I'm telling you, this Aquarius energy is on steroids. It's just too much of it going on. And when it's in got Mars there as well, it's a lot to deal with. Radical shifts, radical things happening. More people will be thinking about leaving the US. Not that it's always possible, but more people will be thinking about it. There is a silver lining here with the wishes coming true. So on a personal level, your wishes may come true. You might be wishing for something to happen energetically, politically, in some capacity, and wishes coming true. Everyone has different wishes, so it's going to be specific to people. Transformation and death. Somebody in power might die. They might pass away. They might die. Definitely. Like a former president. Someone significant. Could also be a female. Could come as a shock to a lot of people. I'm just getting Hillary Clinton, but I don't like to say names, but could come as a shock to some people. I'm getting the feeling, or the words, that Canada is in a mess. So I don't think Canada's helping the equation at all. They're not helping the equation. China's holding strong. They're trying to get things done. They're looking for other resources, other avenues to collaborate with. I don't think they're going to fold. I don't think they're going to crumble. I think they've been through the worst. Yeah, after their shutdowns and everything. Some of you be looking towards the sun, like you'd be looking to go somewhere sunnier. I don't know why I keep getting that, but it's looking like you're looking to go somewhere where there's more sun. So some of you might be going to Mexico, or, you know, for 6 months out of the year or something like that. Because the Americans, you can go to Mexico for 6 months. Or even further down. There's going to be some uprising also with some religious groups. I'm getting like they've got a cross to bear about something. Economy is teeter-tottering around, but I do feel like there'll be a shift around March. March, April. Some of you want to move, but you don't have the finances right now. So it's consolidating your strength, consolidating where you're at in the next few weeks. You know, and the news is programmed to really, you know, trigger people. So sometimes you've got to be very selective about what you watch. I've just been watching that series, The Morning Show, with Reese Witherspoon. And it just shows you how they manipulate, you know, the reactions to get the, you know, the viewings. People plugged in. Plugged into the, you know, and a lot of it's just camouflaged news. You're not getting the full news. You're not getting the full picture. Let me do a flower power personal. Let me do 6 months with the coffee cup as well. Also for the group, if they resonate with your reading. Tapping into your energy, feeling the energy. I feel like there's pets coming in. Pets around, pets coming in. There could also be more stranded pets as well. People going, you know, internationally and leaving their pets behind. There could be a backlog of stranded pets. It could be also due to financial reasons as well. People not being able to support their pets. Sending them to the rescue centres and that sort of thing. A lot of people are sick and tired is what I'm getting. Sick and tired. You know that Anastasia song? Sick and tired. I feel like if you're thinking of moving, everybody plus flower power, I feel like it could be in 6 months' time. And you're going to be looking at direction in the next 4 months. Some of you have been thinking about Canada, but it's almost like it's a too hard basket. But there's definitely movement in the ranks here. Finding somewhere more grounded and peaceful, in touch with nature. I mean, you might be fine in South Carolina because it's quite nature focused, but it could be somewhere that is just more energetically aligned with, you know, feeling at ease with your nervous system, feeling like you've got peace and serenity around you, feeling like you've got also nature, but specifically the sea. The sea is coming up here a lot. That will enable you to work from home. Some of you are thinking about getting into the flower business, whatever that means to you. It could be something that comes out of flowers, an oil, or it could be something to do with flower decoration or floristry or growing flowers, flower markets. But a lot of you will have the answers of what to do in the next 2 months. The answers will emerge. You'll have the key to unlock the answers. One more card for good luck. Hi Lorraine, how are you? Okay, action. The year of the horse is coming in. Action is going to be on the cards for sure. Moving forward with action. Yeah, a lot of you are just sitting and waiting to see how the chips are going to fall. But I would say do some research and then take some calculated action towards where you want to go, or if you need to go down to the courthouse, or if you need to go down to some sort of government office, you've got to go down. You've got to push. I feel like this is a push, and it is a win, because the people who are not taking action are going to crumble. They're just going to fold into themselves. Yeah, there's got to be behind the scenes action or upfront action to feel like you are moving in the right direction. Some of you, not all, this is a very random, some of you might be living on a ship, a cruise ship or a boat. I don't know how that's going to happen, but some of you might be moving into a boat of some description or a cruise ship. There's some people that live on cruise ships. They just go around on cruise. It's taking them into serenity, you know. And it's often cheaper than living in the States. Just depends. It depends on what how much you're spending. Oh, we've got the wheel as well. But it's not for everybody, definitely. It's not for everyone. You're putting a stop to gossip and jealousy. Yeah. And the wheel is turning. It's definitely turning. Moving forward. Okay. Thanks for that. Thank you for that. Meditate and contemplate. Thank you so much. Lorraine, I have all my documents for my job. Will Workman Circle and Rekba Rehab make me a job offer next week? Why are they taking so long? Why are they taking so long? Let's have a look. Workman Circle. Workman Circle. Yes, they're working out the funding and the finances. Feel like there is an offer coming in. Rebecca Rehab. Rebecca Rehab. Why is it taking so long? Has it been? They're still stuck on their decision. They might be recruiting from internally and they might have had to just advertise it externally. They might end up giving it to someone internal or be sitting on their hands is what I'm seeing here with this one. The first one looked better. You've also got another offer coming in that could involve international travel or travel nursing. Have you thought of travel nursing? There's a lot of money in that. There's another offer coming in. Yeah, have you thought of travel nursing? Yeah, you're still a bit stressed out. They've got other candidates, Lorraine. I mean, they're sitting and sorting. It's not about you. It's about whatever they're doing. You know, a lot of companies, they hire, but they don't actually hire anybody, or they just sit on their hands for, you know, forever. It might not work with your timing. Give them your documents and see what happens. Yep. Hi, Maria Garage. How are you, my dear? Well, you're going to have to research, Lorraine, how to do travel nursing. It's very well paid. Yeah, that's what one of our other subscribers is planning on doing when she finishes nursing school. Yep, you got to do the research. Ask ChatGPT and they'll give you the options of how to do that. Okay. You recently had a head injury. Will my EEG turn out okay? Ah. You got to start getting savvy, Lorraine. You're very intelligent. You've got multiple degrees. I don't know how common sense sometimes doesn't click in with certain, like, getting things done. You know what I mean? No shade on you. Sending that with love. But you've got to get savvy. And you're living in New York. It's a very competitive place. Yeah. So you might have to go somewhere else if you want to, you know, more of a soft life. Think about that as well. Okay. Maria Garage, how will your EEG go? Hi, Cassandra. How are you, my dear? Welcome back. EEG. EEG is like a scan. It's a bit of concussion there, I feel. A bit of dizziness or concussion. There's some dizziness going on. Hairline fracture, potentially, but I don't feel like it's anything major. Six of Swords. What's true Venetian? Thank you. Yeah. I feel like you're going to be cleared. I feel like it's going to be all in the clear. It's going to be fine. I don't feel like it's an issue. There could be some sort of a, you know, concussion or dizziness or something that's going on. But I don't feel like it's anything major here. Yeah, I don't feel like it's anything major. You know, if you have to pay for all of these tests, just make sure that they're not trying to just take advantage of that as well. Going somewhere where there's less competition, where you can have the soft life. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Totally agree. If you want the soft life, you've got to position yourself somewhere else. New York is a dog-eat-dog place. Will it turn out okay? Let's just pick one more card for Maria. Yes. Yes, looking into the future, looking good, nice and smooth. Hi, Elle, how are you? Yeah, you know, if you live in New York, you've got to be extremely savvy, extremely streetwise, have an enormous amount of push and effort and ambition and drive and competition. You've got to be very much in your masculine in New York. It's a very masculine city. Yeah, otherwise it's better to just go somewhere that's a little bit more, you know, in line with your central nervous system. Okay. Hi, Elle. Elle, do we have a question? My mother had both flu and pneumonia vaccine, but has a persistent cough, and doctors just prescribed a cough suppressant. Is it worse than that? Does she have pneumonia? Has she been tested for any sort of COVID viruses, like recent ones? She could have that. That could be the lingering factor. Does she have pneumonia? She could have. No, it's giving me a no. No. Testing. Okay. Does she have a virus? COVID virus. She could have one. She might have the end of one, because they've got all of the updates and the new vaccines and all of that. does she just have a persistent cough? She could be stressed out. I feel like she's a bit stressed. Yeah, she could just have a stressed out cough, stressed out flu. Yeah, that's a bit tricky to shake. Yeah, I feel like she's a bit stressed out and it's affecting her immune system. Yeah, so she needs to have the rest. I feel like she's been overstressed. All right, Elle? I don't know exactly why, but it is what it is. Okay. Hi, Angelica. Thank you for the donation. Let's have a look at Angelica. Okay, what does it say here? How will my interview go next week? Angelica, how will your interview go next week? Interview for a job, I presume, or interview for what? You're going to have more options and choices. More options and choices. They're also looking at their options and choices. There's a funding money thing that you're going to be looking at. How will your interview go next week? Your performance at the interview will be okay, but you might go off that particular interview. Like you might not really want it. You might go for something else. You might feel like you're going to get something else. You've got another offer coming in, something a little bit more in line with what you want. Maybe the money's not right at this particular place, and you're going to find out at the interview or after the interview. I think you're going to interview okay, though. I don't see it as being an issue. All right, Angelina, sorry. All the very best with that. Okay, what can I expect in love? My kid's father has been bombarding me with calls to a comedy show for Valentine's. You don't want him to be the offer for February. Why don't you block him? He sounds like an effing nightmare, that ex-husband of yours. Why don't you block him? You don't need to, your kids can contact you directly. They don't need to, you don't need him in your life, especially how he treated your son. No, nah, he's trying to get money off you. Misty, what to expect in love for Valentine's? Let's have a look. No, you've got to block the father. Do it again. Yeah, do it again. No. He's after money. He wants to sniff, get you a bit drunk and sniff and see what you've got. And then talk about you behind your back and talk about you to your mother and father and everybody else. No, he's a leech. Get rid of that one. Get him out of your vortex completely. You've got a new love offer coming in. This beautiful little heart is popping up here. Yeah, you can have another Valentine if you get rid of the leeches, and you might do a singles Valentine party or something like that. You might say, oh, I've had enough of this crap. I'm just going to go out and do something else. Yep. I see you also doing some sort of baking for Valentine's Day as well. Cookies, specifics, something with pink in them, hearts, flowers, something interesting. Yeah, get rid of that ex-husband, and he's trying to get information. He's trying to check where you're up to. Yeah, get rid of him. One big sweep. Get him out. Look, you should have already learnt this by now. No, he's also got other women around him. Absolutely not. No. He's a violent leech with guns. No, you want to get out of that one. No, you've got bigger and better things showing up. You've got to leave all the past behind, Misty, except for your daughter. Just wipe it all clean. Wipe it all clean. Like, I don't know how to emphasize that enough. Get rid of the dusties, get rid of the exes, get rid of the men who are just wanting something from you. Level up, do your health stuff, and get ready for a new match. Okay. No need to be in contact. Cringe, exactly. He gives your sons money. So I thought maybe one of your sons was reaching out to him, asking him for money. It's really none of your business. Who cares? No, who cares? Who cares what they're doing, how they're doing it, where they're doing it, what they want? He wants a part of your money. Get rid of him. No. He said he was going to let him go back to Mississippi. There's no reason to see him. No reason. He's going to try to wheedle his way into something, find out something, trigger you, push a button, whatever. No, he needs to have a permanent and definite block. Yep. A permanent and definite block. No more contact. No. A lot of Virgos are stalkers. Virgos are the biggest stalkers. Misty, just release him. The least accessible you are, the more he's just going to find another target. Just get out of his way. Yeah, just get out of his way. Don't allow him to know where you are, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, anything about your daughter, anything about your businesses, nothing. Don't let anything leak. Block him on socials, block them all on socials, all of the family except for your daughter, all of them. Because they're going to want something from you. Yeah, they're waiting for you to get the big win. Then they're going to come after you. Yep. Hi Oaksy, how are you, my dear? Welcome, welcome. We're going to do a last call, everybody. Now, you've got to get rid of these toxic dusties. I can't say it enough. They're toxic and they're just looking after their own interests. Yeah. And you don't want him to, you don't want to engage because you don't want him to retaliate and try to make trouble for you with where you're living, with anything to do with contracts or anything like that. So you want to get the distance between you and him. If you do want to respond, just tell him you've got a date for Valentine's. You've got a fiance, you're seeing somebody else. Just get rid of him. And he doesn't need to know your business, so that might be too much information as well. So just block him. I would say block. Yep. Yeah, block him on the phone. Stop him from ringing. Your kids and their partners can call you if anything happens, so you don't need any contact with this man. He's proved to be extremely, what do you call it? Damaging to your life. Let's do a ring toss for the collective. Okay. Got the snake is gone, the green-eyed jealousy's gone. Flowers are coming in, looking at flowers. Flowers are looking good. Potential contracts are coming in as well. We've got 2 contracts, or there's distance between a marriage offer, but it will close. The eyes are off. So romance is there. Romance without too much heavy pressure for physical relationships. Okay. Let's have a look. Oaksy, how are you, my dear? My boss recently lost her job. How will this change things for me? Will I get a good promotion offer? Will I leave this company for a better job? What do I need to know? Okay, Oaksy. Oksana, let's have a look for you. What's going on? You might get a promotion. Let me do a pendulum first. You might get a promotion or get looked at for a promotion, but you might not want it. It might not be something that you're thinking about. But if you want it, go for it. Get ready to prepare yourself for an interview. If you feel like you're qualified to do that position. You might not have expected it to happen. You might have felt loyal to your boss or something like that. I feel like you could be a candidate if you wanted to be, but you might not want it. It might be just too much responsibility or something, pressure. I feel like she was very tired. I feel like she didn't really want to be there. Maybe she sort of like subconsciously or consciously caused or sabotaged the position for herself. Okay, there could be a person of interest that you're not too sure about coming on in. You don't know if they're married or they've got somebody else around them. You're looking into investigating, looking into things a little bit more in depth. Okay. All right. Looking like money is kind of looking okay. It's looking okay. You are being noticed for your talents, and they do see you as a good worker. So that's good. What you don't see coming is maybe working more independently or having some sort of boost or elevation. Yeah, I don't think you've got anything to worry about. You're a little bit stressed about it, but I don't think you've got anything to worry about. There could be a man there that's got your back or notices your talents, or there could be a male boss coming in, somebody who is a little bit more logical or better with numbers or communication or something like that. I don't see you having to leave or anything like that. I do feel like if you wanted to go for this position, you could put your hand up and just see what happens. You might get it now or later on. You know, they might keep you in mind for something later on. It may not be what you want. Yeah. It may not be what you want. Will you leave this job for a better one? Not right now. I don't feel it's right now. You're indecisive. You're going to hang out there for a bit longer. But you will eventually leave, potentially, when you get a better job. If they don't give you what you want, you're going to go elsewhere. It might be 3 to 6 months out. Okay. February to July for Misty. How's Misty going? February to July. February to July for Misty. February to July for Misty. Okay. You feel like the road's opening, Misty, in February. You feel like something's shifting, definitely. You could have this water sign man coming in around you in April. April's looking interesting. Could be a Scorpio. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or Scorpio. Feel like this person's trying to change your life in some way. They could sort of make some sort of radical suggestion, but you're not sure you're going to go along with it. Yeah, it might not resonate with you, but you're going to listen to what they have to say. But I do feel like you're going through some sort of personal transformation. You're going to come out on top. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, you know, working with you. In June and July, you've got the Chariot. So you are traveling in July or moving in July. There's a move or a trip coming up definitely in July. And you're going to think very carefully between now and then about what it is you want to do. But February, you're going to have more ideas opening up and guidance. Feeling like there's more ideas and guidance popping in. In the next 2 months, February, March. Yeah, you will travel, whether it's going to be to move or to travel, you definitely travel. Hi, Lorraine, how are you, my dear? I had another job interview with Northern Manhattan Nursing Home. Will they give me the job? I gave them my documents to the CHRC on Monday. Okay, so that was a week ago. Do you not get paid on snow days, Misty? Northern Manhattan Nursing Home. Why are these jobs taking so long, Lorraine? Is it because of the interviews? Oh, this Monday. You were talking about them before. Oh, another job interview. They want more than one interview? I feel like it's very competitive where you are. I just think there's just too many people. You feel tied to New York though because of your family history there and things like that. You will get an offer. You will get an offer. But you're also going to be thinking about other options as well. There could be an agent or some sort of broker who is going to place you. So an employment broker who might find better options for you than what you're finding yourself. Could also be somebody for the nursing travel. A lot of people get paid extremely well for that. Yeah, working on private yachts, that type of thing. Yeah, it's very specific. Let me do a pendulum on it. Northern Manhattan Nursing Home. It's not looking exceptionally great at this point. You might end up going in a different direction. I don't know why it's taking so long, all of this. It's been going on now for weeks. I think you'd be fine with the interview though. But if I was you, I would look at other options and look at maybe a broker, like a recruitment person. You wish you had more money, you would leave. You should be getting some back pay from unemployment insurance or something, from that unfair dismissal. And if you were living in somewhere cheaper than New York, you probably would have more money as well. Try to get some sort of agent or broker. Your lawyer said they are not educated on the certain terms on the different terms for doing the criminal check. Yeah. That's something that's out of your control. Or you have to tell them how to do it. Yeah. Ring and charm toss for you, Misty. You know, sometimes when you lose a job, it's about redirection. It's not about trying to fight to get something back. It's about redirection. There's a reason why you're unemployed. Okay. You're collaborating, you're trying to keep your resources good, Misty. Keeping things good. You do have a good contract coming up, or you feel like you've got a good contract, on the horizon. You're keeping all of the naysayers, the snakes, all of the, dusties at bay. Yeah, and you're looking after yourself. Looking after number one. Looking after yourself. Oh, we've got a nice jade snail. That's good luck. Good luck, protection, and money with a coin. Good feng shui. Good feng shui here. I've got LAX. I've got LAX, so you could be going to LAX, definitely. You've got butterflies. You might be starting to see butterflies, signs and symbols from spirit. Also feathers will be coming into the mix once the snow's cleared. You've got another butterfly here, transformation. You've got 2 aviation symbols here as well. I would try to get some sort of like evening driver position with the airlines, shuttling like air crew or something like that. You keep getting airlines. You've got some luck coming in, but I feel like you've got to also find your luck. It's not going to just jump out, randomly, willy-nilly, as they say in Australia. It's not going to just jump out. You've got to find your luck as well. That you could get a shuttle job of some description. You've got some celebration coming up. I've got a yay, Y-A-Y, B-A-Y. I've got an LAX. I've got Indiana, X-I-T-E-F, K-U, UK. Somebody from the UK might come into your life. Somebody British. You might be getting some x-rays for your shoulder or something. You're getting onto you know, when you have these low periods where there's not a lot going on, just get all your health stuff done when you've got the time to do it. I've got Tennessee as well. Lucky Lady. Kentucky. Yeah, you might get connected with some pilots and get a job with the airlines as a shuttle driver or something. Have a look at that. Yeah. Have a look at that. Oh, that's good. You're scheduling appointments back to back. Excellent. Yeah, you've got to keep on top of these people because they have so many people, you know, like lining up. Anything to do with your shoulder, with workers' compensation, you know, driving issues, giving you grief with your shoulder because of the you know, wear and tear of driving. Look into that from the seatbelt situation. All right, everybody, lots of love and blessings. Good to see you all. I'm glad you all came. And I wish you all the very best. I'll be coming in next week again, midweek. I might try to get a bit earlier than later in the week. Excellent, Misty. Good to hear. And all the very best for everybody for their interviews, for their medicals, for everything that's going on, for your court cases, everything. Lots of love and blessings moving forward. And I'll see you once again. Thanks for moderating. To the moderators, thank you so much. Michi, Venusian. And I'll see you on the next live, everybody. Take care. Ciao for now.